Joining me now is Green Senator Jordon Steele John. He joins me from Parliament House. He is one of the Parliament's newest senators, and you are now holding the portfolio that looks after young people. You must feel pretty proud today that most young people really got behind this postal survey. We now know that 18 to 25-year-olds know what a post box is. How do you feel about that, Jordon?
Well, first of all, thanks so much for your time, Laura. It's great to be with you here on Sky. I'm simply delighted by the result today of the survey. Australians voted yes to love, yes to equality, and yes to justice. And as a young person, I am incredibly proud that my generation played such a massive part in that.
In Western Australia, we saw, I think, every electorate vote yes. There was some thinner margins there.
Yes.
Julie Bishop's electorate was the highest margin. The number escapes me at the moment. What do you think about the electorate by electorate result resounding for Western Australia? Do you think this justifies the postal survey?
Well, I'm a particularly proud West Australian today, and I'm also very proud to come from the lower South Metropolitan area, Rockingham, Baldivis, Kwinana, which within the seat of Brand had one of the highest votes in Western Australia. So it's a good day for us overall. No, I think it actually shows so clearly the level of community support and exactly why, however, this survey was really not needed. What we ended up with was a situation where community support was almost exactly in line with what polling had previously reflected. And so essentially what we had was this 2-month very, very traumatic experience for some members of the LGBTIQ community to run a nationwide opinion poll that didn't tell us anything new to settle an internal dispute within the Liberal Party. I think it will go down in history as one of the most profound abdications of political leadership in recent times.
Senator, you said it was traumatic for some. Do you have any evidence of that? Did some unsavoury things occur in your part of the world?
Oh, sorry, my mic just slipped out there for a sec. Yes, I have many friends in the LGBTI community, and just on my local suburb pages, some of the commentary and some of the bigotry and hatred that was displayed was profoundly disturbing. And I know from my close friends and just people within my suburb, the effect that had. I spent too many times over the last couple of months comforting people in tears, and that really was not necessary. And Malcolm Turnbull should feel a sense of responsibility and quite frankly shame for the hurt and pain that he's brought into the lives of so many over the last couple of months for again really no reason. However, the community has now spoken, and it is now the responsibility of the government to act.
And that will happen. As I understand it, this bill will be debated on tomorrow. It will be introduced today into the Senate. Now, as a new senator, I think you probably have a better real-world perspective than some of your colleagues in the Red Chamber. How have you viewed this from the outside? Before coming into the Parliament just this week, how have you viewed this debate, but also the citizenship fiasco and the mood of politics at the moment? How do you think all politicians are being viewed more generally?
Well, look, I think it's been I've arrived in Canberra at a time of great confusion and quite frankly just a mess. You know, we haven't woken up one single day so far without somebody finding out that they might be or indeed resigning. They've been kind of dropping like flies since I got here, but I'm assured it's nothing to do with me personally. I think it really is it really shows us that we do need clearer processes and the politicians need to be more open and honest with the electorate. On the issue of same-sex, on the issue of marriage equality more broadly, though, having recently not only watched it from the outside in, but before I was kind of unexpectedly catapulted into the chamber, I was actually running a local campaign in my area as part of a community group in support of marriage equality. And what I'd say to you is that it really was an incredibly strange thing to have people's fundamental human rights put to a kind of vague, non-binding opinion poll, such as we've seen in the last few months. But having said that, people rose to the occasion. They decided that although this was unnecessary and in many ways unjust, it would not be for nothing. And today vindicates every single campaigner in all the wonderful effort that they have shown and the resilience that they've shown over the last couple of months.
Senator Jordon Steele John, thank you for your time. We'll speak to you again sometime on Newsday.